Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. I'm posted up in my new bedroom, which I love, which is just around the corner from where I normally do my readings, but I figured why not switch up the backdrops? I love changing where I film. And to me, just when I get to look through the camera and see what's behind me, it just fills me with so much joy and I love it. So I thought maybe you would enjoy looking at it too. Okay, so we have a full moon lunar eclipse on the 8th. And today, I believe, is the 6th. Yes, so in 2 days. So there's actually like a sacred sexual energy with this lunar eclipse. So if you've been feeling your sexual energy heightened, if you're feeling like you want to wear less clothing like me, I just feel like I just want to be in my feminine energy and be super like sex kitten like, and I don't know, just feeling that surge of you're embracing who you are, you love your body, you don't care what anybody thinks. It is sacred. Not anybody can come and touch it. You are grounded, you are disciplined, you are nurturing it, you're only putting good food in it, you're taking it for good workouts, you're really just embracing your physical form. That's what this full moon is about, and this lunar eclipse. And I tend to check in with all the other spiritual teachers before I do my readings to see what they're feeling and to see if it matches what I'm feeling. And I haven't heard anybody say that yet with the sexual energy. It's just something that I'm experiencing it. So maybe it's part of my awakening too. So drop me a comment and hit that like button right now if you are feeling like more in your body. You're just like, yes, I'm fully embracing who I am, and I don't care what anybody thinks. So drop me a comment and let me know if that's you. Let's open sacred space. Oh, I got to get my Palo Santo. Be right back. Here we go. I finally got my Palo. All right, Archangel, my man Mike and my man Meta, you are welcome to enter this space. Now that I think about it, I have not paloed my new bedroom, so I should probably do that later. Oh, it looks like a heart. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Please bless us. Please open us up to receiving the messages that we're meant to hear today. Please confirm whether this sexual energy is the collective or if it's just me. And I just heard to use my sexual magic tarot, so we will do that. All right. Let's see what this week has for us. My little Micah angel. For those of you, if you're new to my channel, I had a daughter and her name was Micah. Unfortunately, she was diagnosed with a muscle disorder back in when she was born in 2012. And unfortunately, she passed about 6 weeks later. So I didn't get to keep her, but she's still with me all the time and I love her to death. And she's always showing up in my readings in this little teal necklace that I have that I used to wear that the year that I was pregnant. So I tend to keep it with me during all of my readings, and she is my guiding light, and she always makes the greatest cards pop out. I always give her all the credit. All right, so, and I'm just hearing, let's start with the tarot right now. Page of Swords. Okay. This is a new beginning with ideas. So swords represent your mind space, your clarity, and it could also mean like the Ace of Swords, excuse me, throat chakra. Okay, this is communication coming in. So this is confirmation. Somebody is having an aha moment about their life. They're getting clarity about something. If you can see, she's balancing on like this tightrope, walking across. It's kind of like a little bridge, but it's a rope, and she's holding a book. So she's learning new things, which I always see this as somebody is going through an awakening and they're learning more about spirituality. They're learning that, wow, the universe really does exist and it really is looking out for me. And if you also notice the light bulbs, she has these it's almost like balloons, right? It's all these ideas and all these new revelations. And she's like, I don't know what to do with all of this information. And she also has two birds that are chirping in her ear, telling her which way to go. So this represents somebody who's watching this video. Your partner or you might be going through some sort of awakening on a deeper level. Like you thought you already had awakened and you're kind of like, wait, who am I now? Why do I want to start doing different things? Like, do I stop doing this and then go to this? For those of you that know, I took a fear course in the summer called Fear Alchemy, and there's a group chat on Telegram. And there's a beautiful client of mine who shared in the group chat today that she is an engineer, but she's wanting to do readings and Reiki. And she's like, do I do both, or do I have to leave that career to do this? And she shared in the chat today that she's embracing all of herself. She's just going to be her. She's going to let herself fly and be a spiritual engineer. And I shared, I think it was in a reading, or maybe it was on my Instagram, about another spiritual teacher who loves to DJ, and she likes to twerk, and she likes to like let her freak flag fly. And that's what this energy is this week. We are all being called to not put ourselves into a box of what we have to be. Okay, so for me, I recently redecorated. I used to be an interior decorator for like 6 or 7 years. I had my own blog. I would post every single makeover that I did, and it was really inspiring for other people to go change their spaces, because when you walk into a space that feels good, it lights you up, it raises your vibration. So not only does food, exercise, doing things that you love, invigorate your soul, but being in environments that make you feel good. So some people are called to live by the water. Some people are called to live in the mountains. Well, if you are feeling called to do that and you don't go do it, your soul will give you anxiety. Well, your soul won't, but your body will start to feel that anxiety because it knows it's being called to go somewhere else that will feel so much better than where you are. And when we get these inspired ideas, this is inspired ideas, we have to take action on it. If we know we're waking up every single day, if you're having a thought, do it. If it's a productive thought, do it. If it's a consistent thought that, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? And you've been having it for weeks, yes, that is your guides chirping in your ear. Go do this. Go do this. Okay. There were so many times I walked through my bedroom and I was like, Michelle, why don't you decorate your bedroom? Every other space in my home is beautiful. And I always get compliments when clients come here, but my bedroom was just kind of like, I didn't even want to sleep in it. Like I literally would sleep on the couch every night. And then I was like walking through Target and I saw the wallpaper and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I deserve a nice bedroom. I deserve to be waking up in a space that just feels really, really, really good. So if you've been having a thought to do something, do it this week. And you're going to collaborate with others. Things are coming together, your soul tribe. So if you meet somebody new this week or somebody asks you to go do something, it might be a new inspired idea that is coming to you, but you don't know it's what it looks like yet. So somebody might say, hey, do you want to hang out this week? Do you want to go for a hike? Do you want to go for a walk? Say yes, and then see what conversations come up as you're doing that. I just heard an invitation. You're going to be invited to go somewhere. And I just heard a wedding. Could be a wedding. Could be a celebration of some sort. Okay. Maybe somebody's going to get proposed to this week. Okay. Side note, I just looked down and I just saw my little setting and I was like, oh, I just got all warm and fuzzy. I freaking love how pretty the cards are. And I don't know, it just raises my vibration. So please make sure your spaces make you feel so good. Okay. Animal card. And I'm just looking at my charms. I think I might do them next. I just heard sexual energy again. What does this mean? How are we? Oh, I just heard we need to express ourselves more. We need to, it's the freak flag that I was talking about. Be all of who you are. Okay. The voice that comes in, if you have a thought to do something, an inspired idea, and then a second thought comes in and says, no, like people will judge you or you'll look a certain way or da-da. No, you do it anyway. You be who you are. We cannot hide our authentic selves anymore. We have the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Yes, this is perfect. Look at these two, how they dance together. Light bulbs are ideas. The eel is saying, it's time to take these ideas, reach out to somebody, ask them to do something, send the invite, accept, see how I just dropped that? Holy cow. Accept the invite. And I'm noticing the tattoos on this girl's back. You guys see them? I don't know. It's like a circle. And I'm noticing they're braided. Both two girls have braided hair. So it's like intertwined, like you're intertwining all these different versions of who you are. You're gathering all your tools. Kind of like my client who she wants to be an astronaut and she's an engineer, but she also wants to do spirituality. It's like you're intertwining all the layers of who you are, and it's coming together, and you're going to find other people who are also collaborating with themselves in that way, that where they're just different. They're doing things different. There's so many messages coming through right now. So who you are is unlike anybody else, right? There's nobody else like me who can decorate. There's plenty of people who can decorate, but you know what I'm saying. I can decorate, I do Reiki, I do cards, I'm a teacher, I love fitness, I'm silly with my nieces and my nephews, I'm wearing fun buns. Like, you're not going to find another Michelle out there who's doing exactly what I'm doing. And I have to embrace this version of who I am, or not version, but this who I am, because this is what my soul came here to do. And it took me years to get where I am today. And a lot of people ask me, Michelle, like, how do you have the outlook that you have? Why is your energy so wonderful and so sweet and so gentle? And I think about it, it's 5 years of me laying on a massage table, working with my mentor on my subconscious mind, on my patterns, on my trauma. We did body work. We did so much. So when I'm laying on a massage table at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, while everybody else is out at restaurants or getting married or having kids and doing all of life, right? While they were doing that, I was doing that for myself. I was doing my healing. I was doing the body work. I was crying uncontrollably about the pain that I've been through in my life to release it. And when I went for 5 years of this nonstop healing journey, it was grueling, it was hard, it was filled with anxiety, it was filled with highs and lows, and I felt like I was not in the world for a long period of time. And I wasn't like, doing what I did this summer. I had such a great summer. I felt like I was finally living again, because for 5 years, I spent my time working on myself, working on, why do I behave the way I do? What are these patterns that I'm doing? Oh, I don't like this part of me and I want to fix it. And it takes work. It takes a lot of energy and discipline and grit. You have to be willing. One of the things my mentor always tells me, she's like, Michelle, she's like, I love you so much. And this makes me like want to cry every time I hear her say something like this. But she's like, Michelle, you are so incredibly brave. She's like, you come to me consistently and you sit on that table and you tell me you're ready. You tell me that you're ready to dive in. You're ready to face every ugly thing that you've ever done in your life. And you're ready to face that version of you that was judgmental, that was whatever it was. I was willing to look at the parts of myself that most people don't want to look at. And you can too. And I'm sharing that because this week might be that week for you. It might be that week where you're being faced with seeing who you really are. And maybe it's something that you did in your past and you're repeating that pattern this week. And you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to keep drinking. I don't want to keep cheating on somebody. I don't want to keep lying to my friends about something. I don't want to keep pretending I'm being somebody who I'm not. And when we finally commit and say, I'm not doing it anymore, I'm done. I want to be authentic. I want to be truthful. I want to be honest. And the truth is the sexiest thing on the planet. When you can be honest with somebody and speak your truth and say, this is my shit, this is me, and that person knows that they can always trust you, that is the most beautiful thing that you can cultivate between you and another human being. Because if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. And you have to be willing to share your darkness. But you first have to be willing to look at the darkness within you. And a lot of times people get pulled into our life to show us our darkness. They make us a version of ourselves that we didn't even know we had, but that's what needs to come out, and that's what needs to be healed. So embrace when you are being approached by people to work with people, and all of a sudden you start to see this version of yourself that you're not happy with, and you're like, oh, this week you might be shown that. It might be codependency. It might be, you know, I have one client who's taking care of her mother who's maybe seeing signs of dementia, and her mom, and it's not full on dementia yet, but her mom is in a really dark place, and she calls her like 10 times a day. And my client's like, I can't do this. It's codependent, it's toxic. Like, she has other children that she can call. I'm not the only one. And I told her, well, you have to set that boundary. Yes, she might be sick and she might be needing help, but there's still a boundary that you can set. You can ask your siblings for help. You can get assisted care. You can do all these different things, but she has her own spirit family and her own spirit team that can care for her mom. She is not the savior of the family. And sometimes as humans, it's our conditioning and our patterns. If we grew up in a house where we felt like we needed to save our parents' marriage, or we need to protect everybody from fighting so much, we become the mediator. We now play out those roles as humans, and the universe brings us situations that are showing us that. So people are coming together, seeing all the different layers of who they are. And if there's any muckiness or shadow, we have to pull that out and work on it. And then we thank the people who are showing us our shadow, and we're like, oh my God, this was really hard. And maybe it's somebody that got cheated on, or somebody that is being fired at a job, or maybe a coworker is being really rude to you. You have to sit down and internally go, thank you, coworker. You just showed me an aspect of myself that is not healed yet, and I want to do the work to heal it. Long tangent. I just said, whoa, where am I in my head? Okay, let's see what other message. Let's start fresh. We got those messages out. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. They just said, pull a charm, pull a charm. Well, hello. We have the peace sign. Somebody's looking for more peace in their life. And then we have a key, as we always get a key. And we have the unicorn. Yes. Unicorn. So beautiful. And then the flower key. This represents growth. You've reached another level on your journey. I was in a reading the other day, and I was talking to this woman about how there's the game of life is literally like a video game, right? So you have all these levels that we have to get to, level floor 1, floor 2, level 1, whatever you want to call it. But each time we say you're with a partner who you have to speak your truth to, maybe it's an abusive relationship, verbally, physically, God forbid, but you finally stand in your power and you're like, you're not going to do this to me anymore. I'm out. All of a sudden you get the key. The key shows up on your screen in your game, and you grab the key and you unlock the door and you go up to the second level. You've just mastered what your soul came here to do. And each time we have a challenging situation, whether it's a loss, and all of a sudden I have another client whose father just passed away yesterday. He's a young 21-year-old. And he called me and he was just like, my dad just passed. And it was like within the hour, I was like, I'm so honored that you felt safe to call me. Thank you so much. I'm here for you if you need anything. And his perspective is so amazing. And I wanted to tell him, you just got a key. You just leveled up. Your soul now has just completed something that was very, very hard. It was like 2 years of him dealing with taking care of his dad who was suffering from cancer for 2 years. He stopped his whole life, stopped going to school, and was just taking care of him. And now he can finally relax and breathe and know that his dad's safe. And he completed a level of his journey. He is now leveling up. And while he was going through that, his partner cheated on him. So he went through so many tough things, and his soul just expanded on a whole nother level. And if he's watching this, high five. I am so stinking proud of you. And your dad is totally shining down on you and loving who you are as a man. So keep going. All right. So the unicorn piece and key, we are leveling up. The unicorn is all about believing in something we can't see, feel, or touch. Believing in the universe, knowing that momentum is coming. We're hopping on that unicorn and it's taking us to where we want to go next. And the peace sign is where we're going. We are finding more peace in our lives. And it's because we're bringing our ideas to life. You are never alone. If you've been feeling lost, your angels want you to trust them. I just talked about trusting the universe. They are always with you. Get excited. They are bringing you something good this week. You're going to get something good this week. Woohoo! And maybe it's because you're bringing those ideas to life. And those ideas could be, maybe you need to start working out. I can't even tell you guys what working out does for your soul. When you work out, whether it's a walk, whether it's just getting on the floor and doing some sit-ups when you're watching TV, some push-ups, it is so invigorating and empowering to move the energy. So say you have stagnant energy stuck in your belly, and all of a sudden you get up and you just start jogging in place, you do jumping jacks. That energy is moving out of your solar plexus, out of the sacral energy, and it's dispersing. And all of a sudden you're like, I just feel good for no reason. And you don't even know why. It's because you had stagnant energy in your body, and my throat chakra keeps wanting to like stop me. Yeah, you guys all need to move your bodies. There's somebody who's listening to this right now, and you have been stagnant. You have not been going for walks. You have not been getting your physical body out in nature. We literally have to get up, walk our bodies outside, be in nature, and just move a little. It's open space. Your soul is not meant to be in a box. It's not meant to be in four walls. That's the biggest lesson I learned after my daughter passed. Was I was so depressed that I had to get out and go for a drive. It saved my life. And now it's part of my healthy routine. I go for a drive every morning. It's my meditation. Sometimes I'll stop and go for a walk in nature. Sometimes I just have my Jeep top off and I feel like I'm in nature. And every day I work out just because that's my preference. I like to lift weights because I like to feel like an empowered, strong woman. I like what it does to my body. But moving your energy is everything, and trusting that when you move your energy, you are creating space for something new to come in. And that's what your angels are saying. They're saying, trust us. We want to bring you something this week, but you got to get out and move. You got to bring those ideas to life. You have to say yes to an invitation. Okay. And I just saw the turtle charm. I'm going to pull that. He was just staring at me. So the turtle is all about, you have something underneath your shell that the world wants. You've gathered wisdom, you've gathered these tools, and now it's time to get out and start sharing it. Whoa, hey, do you guys see that? There's an animal card stuck with my cards, and I think we're meant to have this, the golden egg. This is this hidden truth inside of you. It's this, it's like a gentle whisper that's wanting to come through. And it's a golden egg, right? Golden egg, it's kind of like the golden ticket in Willy Wonka. And you are getting this golden ticket this week. Maybe somebody's going to win that 1.9 billion on Tuesday, the Powerball. It's a golden ticket. There's something golden coming into your life, a huge manifestation. And I like that it matches the Page of Swords, the two golds. I just heard sirens. That's always a sign from spirit. All right, one more card from this deck, and then we're going to go into a love reading. I'm going to choose to do that. Boundaries. There we go. There's our love start. Who are you allowing to take from you? Where are you giving too much of your energy and it's not valued? Pull back for a bit. See who is worthy of you. Amen. Oh man, I had to learn this lesson. When we constantly give, and nobody even says thank you, or nobody even honors you or values you, or it's just, we have to sit there and ask ourselves, why am I doing that? What is the little girl in me that's feeling like I have to win their love? No, we don't have to win anybody's love. We are beautiful souls, and the right people will come along and will value us when we finally value us. So pull back that energy, stop doing so much for other people, stop wasting your time thinking about something that could be, and it's not meant to be. If it was meant to be, it would be at your doorstep, but it's not. So don't sit around waiting for it, okay? Let's get messages from your person, the Hidden Truth Oracle. Messages from your person. I can't stop thinking about you. You are unforgettable, I just heard. There is, just like I said at the beginning of this reading, there is nobody like you. You are special, and we all have a certain counterpart, a special counterpart, another person out there who sees us. They see right through us, and they can't stop thinking about you. Once you meet your person, it's like an obsession. You're just like, oh my gosh, now I know they're here. Now I can't stop thinking about them. And it'll get worse until God's like, hey, you guys need to be together. And it kind of puts a fire under your butt. But sometimes there's a transformation that has to happen before that you can be together. People have to grow. They have to stop patterns. They have to get healthier. They have to take care of themselves. They have to love themselves. But they haven't stopped thinking about you. We're going to take these three. I'm so attracted to you. Because so basically, you hold an energy that is a match to them. So nobody else will be able to make them feel that way. So once they've experienced your energy and they've been around you, they leave feeling like peaceful. They leave feeling like I'm at home with this person. I can totally be me and they don't judge me. They don't yell at me. They just honor me and they want me to be better. And they just are really loving. And they look me in the eyes and they're just like, I know you and I can be me with you. And I can sing and I can dance and I can play and I can dress really cute around you. And they love that, or I'm hearing that you need to start loving that about yourself, knowing that you can be somebody that somebody finds you so attractive. And maybe that's the sexual energy that I was talking about in the beginning of this reading. Maybe your person, maybe you're feeling the awakening of your partner and they're finally coming into, wow, I love my body. I'm going to start taking care of it. And that's the surge of energy that you're feeling too. Because I know I'm definitely feeling that. And I already thought I loved myself enough. And I was like, I already know, like I have my routines. I really enjoy myself. But this week it's like, whew, I just want to be out in the world and show off and inspire and just help people find more joy. And to me, that's a lot of times through my body, through my workouts and all that stuff. So they are so attracted to you. I'm starting to understand our connection. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yep. So sometimes people, when we meet our person, we're very lost and we're confused. And that person reminds us, oh my gosh, you're me. I'm you. Like we're a match. And then they start to see all the parts of themselves that are not good. They start to see their patterns. They start to see the ways they're not taking care of themselves, especially if they meet a partner who's very well taken care of and they're doing it on their own. They have life figured out and it can be very intimidating. So that's why I was saying, we don't wait around for people, but we trust that if they have healing to do, they have to do that. We do not stop our lives. We keep it moving. And if they're doing patterns and stuff that are hurting you, you definitely leave that and keep it moving, because sometimes people aren't willing to do the work to level up. And that means that there's another person out there for you, because if it's a match to you, they'll do the work because you're doing the work. Remember that. And the more you keep moving and doing your work, the more they'll come around and start to do their own work. They love you. I love you. And you should love you. In a twin flame partnership, the more you love yourself, the more your partner loves themselves. So it's like a surge of energy. And sometimes when you're in separation, you can feel these surges. Like when you're really, really high and you're feeling so good and you're dancing around your house or in your car or at the gym or doing whatever you're doing, they're feeling a high too. You might actually energetic be feeling like good news that they just got. And you're feeling it on your end and you're like, why am I happy out of nowhere for no reason? You might be feeling your twin. Same thing the other way. You might be feeling sad for no reason and you don't understand it. It's because you're a soul, your energy match is out there feeling a certain way. So you're both feeling it at the same time. And then what's even cooler is somehow if you're connected on social media or through platforms or something, and you can see the other person experiencing joy and you're like, oh my gosh, I was just in my joy too. And I didn't know why. Maybe I'm connected to them. So you can kind of use social media as a way to see where your twin's at on their journey. Okay, last one from this deck. I wish things could be different. So usually this comes out when somebody has to make a big change in their life and it can be hard and it can be difficult. And you're like, oh, why did God put me in this situation where I have to hurt people to be with my person? And it's kind of like the mission, right? We have to climb the mountain and we get rewarded when we get to the top. So climbing that mountain might look leaving a job, moving to a new location, telling a partner that, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I'm as connected as I used to be. And you start that conversation. It can be really, really difficult. I know so many twins who work together or were married or live cross country or there's a huge age gap, and it's difficult to be together. But the love prevails. The love always wins because it's just your mission. You're meant to be doing it. And it's 2022. In the next 2 years, 2023, 2024 are like the big years of change on our planet. And God's preparing all the twins right now to be together, to level up, to leave what is toxic so that you can choose the love, so that you can do your mission and help our planet elevate, because we're going to go through a lot of changes in the next few years. And we have to be with our people. We have to stop the patterns of, drinking, smoking, doing all these things. No, push all that away. Let's get on your mission. What are you here to do? You're not here to hurt your physical body. You're here to make a difference to all the humans around you. So let's get your shit together and get you in alignment. And let's pray for your person. If you're watching this and you're thinking that your person's not in alignment yet, we could just pray for them. We say, angels, guides, or so-and-so's higher self, please jump into their body, invigorate them to go move their bodies today. Invigorate them to go eat healthier. Invigorate them to go watch content that will help them expand and learn about themselves. Because soul growth is just learning about yourself. It's being like, why do I do this? Why don't I do that? How can I inspire people? What can I do to create abundance for myself and my family? And use me, universe, use me for good. Okay, let's end with one Tosha Silver card, which is the abundance deck. And then I'm going to get my cute butt to the gym. I can't wait to work out. Hopefully it's open and nobody's there. It's so dope. I have a view of the gym from my bedroom and from my house. I can see if anybody's in there. Okay, we have 3. Thank you, Spirit, for all cards today. We have reframe. Oh, I've never gotten this. This is happening for me, not to me. Yep, you're switching your thinking. And look, you're being handed a gift. So whatever you're going through is a gift. Whether it's a loss, a breakup, a tragedy, it's a gift. It's protection. It's here for you. It's going to show you where you need to go next. And look at the beautiful butterflies. That's transformation. Does the caterpillar know that he's about to become a beautiful butterfly when he's going into the chrysalis and he's all gooey and he's going to be like in the darkness and he doesn't even know how long? Is he panicked? No, he just goes with the flow of life. And he knows, we don't even know this, but we hope that he knows that he's going to come out one day and he will be beautiful. Just like this, the right action. It says, let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So letting go of what doesn't serve you, cut off those people that are keeping you on a toxic loop. People that are keeping you feel like you're like on a hamster wheel of, it's like an obsession of addictions and habits. And I just heard that some people in karmic situations, karmics can be jobs, they can be people, they can be girlfriends, boyfriends, addictions, alcohol, smoking, vaping, all that stuff. Those are all karmic ties. And when we're in a karmic tie, it's just a cycle. Like you're human, you wake up and you're a machine and you just keep doing it. And the way we stop that is we do something different. You have to replace the habit with something new. So if you're so used to going to the same person every single day to hang out, to get attention, to feed your soul, and they're not really feeding your soul, it's just a habit at this point. You're so used to looking for them or you're so used to seeing them, go a different route. Look a different way, drive a different direction. Don't put yourself in the environment to see them. Change your habits. Don't go grab the cigarette. Instead, grab a piece of gum. Go get a fruity drink instead of an energy drink. Go get something else other than the unhealthy food that you're so used to getting for lunch. Pack a lunch. Do things different, but find things to replace it with that you love. Okay, and do it for you. Don't switch an old habit with a new habit that's now going to be focused on somebody else or doing something for somebody else. Make it all about what you want. What does your inner child want to do? And I just got a huge download that if you're in a relationship and you're trying to make that relationship better, say it's a marriage, I want you to print out or go find 2 pictures of you and your partner as kids. Stick it on your bathroom mirror, stick it on your refrigerator, have the visual of your partner who you love and you want to work on your relationship with and you want to make it better. Have a picture of them as a kid around you as often as you can. It will stop you from hurting them. It'll stop you from thinking poor thoughts about them because you're going to see the inner child within them and you're going to want to nurture them. You're not going to want to hurt them, right? So get those photos out, put them on your fridge, put them in your car, have that reminder so that you don't sabotage your relationship with these old patterns. That would be something new that you can do too. Okay, you might be wanting to stop a habit for your kids. Like we always wanted my dad to stop smoking. Like imagine if he put a picture of all of us in his car right next to his ashtray, and maybe he wouldn't have done it. I don't know, because he would have thought like, I don't want to hurt my kids. And they love me and I love me and I want to protect my body so I can be alive long enough to be with them. And we had a good 69 years with my dad. He passed away last year around this time. But who knows? You know, when we put something in front of us to remind us, don't do that, you're just a machine repeating a pattern. So we have to throw a wrench into that and say, no more. I'm not doing this. I am empowering myself. I can stop it. There's nothing controlling me. I am in control of my life. So be disciplined. And then last and kind of sad card is grief. It says, tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. Such a cool message. So if you're feeling grief, last month was a huge purge for a lot of people. A lot of people were just crying for no reason for weeks at a time. If you're going through that now, and especially around a full moon, a lot of times we can experience a lot of emotion. Let it come out of you. Cry it out, because you have to purge to make space for new manifestations, new ideas, new love, setting boundaries. You have to get rid of the old. And sometimes getting rid of the old is releasing the pain from your past. Anytime somebody rejected you or neglected you or just didn't love you, you might be crying that out this week. Think about an icy heart, something that's cold, there's walls up, I'm not letting you in, you're going to break my heart. That's all melting away this week. You're softening, you're allowing the love in. I love that message so much. And I forgot, I said I was going to do the Sex Magic Tarot. So let's end with one card with that deck. As I just said, you're opening your heart. Yes. It's her warm elixir. Your partner has a healing balm and she's waiting for you, or he is waiting for you. She is ready to give you this elixir to help you heal. And you have to do the work to heal, but she has the tools and she can help you and she can nurture you along the way. So soften that heart, allow the warmth in, melt that icy iceberg inside of you, allow it all to just fall away and open yourself up to love. And I just heard forgiveness too. So learn to forgive yourself. All right, lovies, I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you later for the midweek reading on Wednesday or Thursday. And good luck with this full moon and lunar eclipse. Set your intentions. Let's manifest the heck out of this week because we have 11/11 coming up, and that is a huge manifestation day. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.